everyone, welcome to another Terrain Direct video. So in this video I have the first video that I'm going to put up for Idic Beer's terrain competition, and yeah, it's getting there. I haven't put up a video beforehand because it was just loads of little pieces in a box, and to be honest it's not really something you want to see, just loads of white pieces of card, so I waited until I got to a stage where I could actually show you something. So this is my Necron piece of terrain. It's nowhere near finished yet. So this is what I've actually done to it. We'll see if we can have a little bit more of a look. So I'll show you some of the ideas that I've got. So here we have like this sort of rigid step sort of thing that we've got going on here. That is on an angle. And basically what I'm going to plan to do is put some luminescent cabling down here into each section, trim it off so it's running all the way through and all the way down to give it like a Necron sort of look to the actual thing. These have been a pain in the backside to cut out because there's like 12 sides on one of these, so nothing's actually like square, and that isn't the biggest pain that I've actually had to do with this. I've had to teach myself new techniques which I've never done before, and probably I won't actually do again, just because the amount of time and effort involved in trying to get them right. And I'll show you what it is that I've done. So basically I've created this tube sort of thing, but it's all out of foam core. As you can see there, it's all out of foam core, and you can see the amount of angles that's had to be cut into actually doing one of these. So some parts I've actually had to fill inside to give it a little bit more rigidity. And yeah, so every one of them is like complete separate angled cuts. These ones are pretty much uniformed all the way around. However, these ones on this section are not. These are all at different angles, and it's been a real nightmare trying to get these angles correct. Same as in here, these have actually got small angles into them. So I have got fill-in work and stuff like that to do on these and to clean them all up. But yeah, I've had to number and write things down on them and groove them and all sorts of stuff to try and get these. So this piece alone took about 10 hours just to make, and there's going to be 4 of these hopefully, if I don't give up and just put 2 of them on there. But yeah, what they're going to do is, if I can move this just to the side a little bit, these are going to actually fit onto here. Obviously it's not very stable at the moment because I need to just finish trimming off the last of these, because this one's flat at the moment, so these still need a slight angle as well just to finish it off. But hopefully the 4 of them will go onto the corner sections there to give it like a strange sort of like pipe look going down into the ground. On the top there's going to be like a little circle teleporter thing that's on the top there, and on the sides there's going to be big sweeping like pylons on top where a monolith can land. And thanks to Nick, who actually provided me with the measurements for the actual monolith itself, I can actually cut these pylons at the right size, which will be up here, so a monolith will actually fit very stably just on top of that. So we've got entrance ways inside here and here at the side. I'll get you a little bit of a look around to this sort of angle, so you can see what I'm trying to do is try and get away from anything round at all. So everything is going to be pretty much square in design, so it's like a complete linear sort of building. And over here we have one of the first of the obelisks. There's going to be 4 of these, 1 in each corner, so I've got a lot of work to do on these. Obviously I've cut this one, I've cut the tops slightly large. I do that on purpose so I can get them fitting very, very neat on top without any lines. So what I plan to do in here is cut out a section on each side, recess that inside, and have another piece inside the back, so giving like a deep recessed look. I'm going to do some form of patterning on here, just to break it up so it's not just like looking very flat. So it gives it like multiple levels. So you've got like 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels into the actual pylon itself. Pylon I'm calling it, but the obelisks themselves. So there'll be 4 of those. Obviously I'm doing the first one as a test run, and then when I get it right I can get them all pretty much identical. So I'll show you the tubes. What I actually went for is I decided to just make them in big sections, and you can see here like my first attempt at the amount of sort of style of angles. And this is a technique that I've never done before, is trying to make like hexagonal pipes and angle them, and it is a real pain in the backside to do. But I am getting there very, very slowly with these sections, and that's the smaller one there, the hexagonal pipes. So you can sort of see where it's actually going. There is, as I say, there is a lot more work to get done to it, but for the best part it's pretty much, the baseline's done. This was fairly simple to actually create, and what my hope is that I don't have to glue too many pieces. My idea was I was going to magnetise them so they could all be put away inside the thing itself. So I could have these come off, this come off, and these come off, and then I could just pretty much turn this over for storage. And I'll show you in here the way that it'll get packed away is I turn this box upside down, that one in there, these into here. The pylons, hopefully I'll be able to magnetise the tops so they'll come off and they'll fit inside, and everything should just pretty much all fit inside there. So you've just got one box like that, so you can go away and pack it away just like that. So I'm trying to come up with ideas not only for building terrain but storing it, and to try and make modular things as well. Like my defence line, I'm sort of taking them ideas. So not only could it be built like that so it could have multiple use again, so you could actually take this part, maybe just use this just on its own and take that away, and maybe you could just have another building just set on its own. So you could have something just like that, just for instance, and you could maybe even put like your obelisk on top and have like a just sort of like a tomb sort of thing as well. So that's the direction I'm trying to go with these sorts of designs, so I can have it more than one purpose and more than one shot, but actually making the pylons come off of the sides and the teleporter off of the sides, so it'll be a bit of a challenge. It may end up, I may just end up having to glue it all together, I don't know yet, but that's sort of my plan. But yeah, that's my project, that's what I'm working on. I'm going to carry on working on it. I should be past the build phase in maybe another 20 hours of work, maybe. And then I can get onto painting it and texturing it and then adding all the little details and glyphs and things like that to give it like the ultimate sort of Necron theme to the actual thing itself. So thanks very much for watching. Take care guys, and happy wargaming.